James the Lesser, we don't know how to do any polls with anything yet. Like, I'm looking to do polls with Nightbot and stuff, and I think it would still work here on YouTube, like we were trying to get it to work on Twitch.
Here we go.
Hello, and welcome to James the Lesser Express Lane, where we get you in and out as fast as possible with... This is a doozy of a rant about Fightcade. Let's start with this.
Play, and they have to accept, and then you play, right? So, I don't know, we have to see how it works. And if it doesn't work, if it ends up being a fucking mess, then I guess it's a fucking mess, and we just don't do it. And for those that... Why don't you set it up offline?
And yes, he's vibrating the entire time.
What the fuck are you talking about? How am I going to do that? Literally, the issues cannot be figured out until we're doing it live, right? Like, if I play it offline, no one will know I'm doing it offline. So how would I know how I'm going to handle trolling? It would be the moment I turn it online that people start trolling me that we could figure out the fixes. Not offline. It doesn't even make sense. The same thing people say about, oh, well, why weren't you ready for this when you did your multiplayer session? Because I wasn't fucking playing on stream. So I didn't have anyone trying to troll me. How could I have prepared for it when I didn't know how it was going to work? How would we have known?
Google, and of course there's always Google. And I don't know, Google. But that would require him doing it himself, and that's not going to happen.
Then in Street Fighter 6, there's constant invite pop-ups. How would you know that unless you were playing it and people were trolling you live on a stream? You would never know that. Is it people just think the world is fucking perfect and everything can be perfectly
Oh, look at that. Oh, I see. Pops up under his regular name.
Prevented or planned for, or no, it's not. That's not reality. And if you think that, you probably live an insanely insulated fucking life where your mom probably does everything for you, so you don't realize that things actually happen that you have to fix on the fly.
Way to talk about Jade like that.
It's just absolutely ridiculous, over-the-top nonsense when people say shit to me like that. Oh, you could have just easily prevented every problem early. It's like, no, you can't. That's not life. You're crazy if you think that, okay? So, here's the thing. I want to play Fightcade. I want to play old school Street Fighter, all right? But I have to get it working properly, and it's going to take time. This is not going to be tonight. I boot up the stream, and we have 5 minutes, and now it's working. I get the feeling it's going to be a rough setup. We got to, it has to be installed. I think I already have it installed, by the way, and I think I just have to make an account. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure.
He's had it installed for a few months.
Sure, I already installed it last year. I just have to figure that out for myself, like how far I got. And then I think I got to make an account. And then I have to figure it out, like, how do you set it up so you don't get pop-up invites, and how can people spam, and how do you get the chat off the screen so that people aren't saying gross stuff that everyone can see on the stream, right? And then also, the other thing, how do I get it so that I can use it by sitting here? Because right now, with this keyboard and mouse setup, the keyboard and mouse are way the fuck over there. Like, way over there. So I can't reach them. I'd have to figure out how to get stuff to reach over here and use it realistically. Maybe the mouse would reach, but I don't know about the keyboard. Plus, do I need the keyboard? Once I map everything out to the joystick, because my joystick does work on a PC, is that fine? Or am I always...
The message of once you challenge someone, they accept a challenge, they have your IP. Apparently, according to Google, that's not true-ish. It's complicated. Let's keep watching.
He's going to need this fucking keyboard for something, or will the mouse do everything, right? Like, I don't know. See, now, we got someone in chat who's literally... Every time you play a match, someone has your IP. Guys, do you really believe that? Do you really believe that on Fightcade, that every time you play someone, they immediately get your IP address? Do you think anyone would actually use Fightcade if it immediately doxed your IP address? Seriously.
This actually, like I said, it's complicated, but for the most part, it seems that, yes, they would have access to your IP, but they would have to be looking for it for the most part. I tried Googling it, and people post it on Twitter trying to explain it. It's over my head, which means it's definitely over his head.
Don't you think that would be a slight liability for the people who made it and for the people who use it at every single moment, right? Like, what are you talking about? I don't know. People are just, I don't know. People are just crazy, right?
But you start to see that bead of sweat form on his forehead.
Anyway, so I don't know. I know everyone's saying VPN. That doesn't work. When you do a VPN, it adds lag. What are you talking? Boy, you have no idea how a VPN works, do you? Use a VPN. That's not how VPNs work, genius. VPNs reroute you through another location of the planet, adding insane amounts of lag. Then you're going to play an online game? Are you stupid? Boy. Bjorn Turok, I don't know what you're talking about. I've had zero.
You can set up VPNs for just about anywhere. Including he set up a VPN for, say, I don't know, Salem, Oregon. So it's not going that far away. So it's not going to Russia and back or something.
problems on stream today. Zero. The stream is a nice connection. No issues. So if you're having issues, it's your ISP or your connection. Everything is fine. I don't know what you're talking about there. So anyway, I don't know.
And it just keeps getting better from here.
This was this. Bono Techno says the chat client does not have your IP address. Others cannot find it through the chat client. The lobby only knows your country. But when you play a game, they get your IP address. What? You know? Okay. All right. This is so ridiculous. Do you not understand the legal liability that a company would have if every time that you used something, it gave away your IP address? Right? Do you not understand that? So either you're telling me that people just don't care and they're so
and as you can see in his chat, everyone's saying like, no, Bo is correct. There's peer-to-peer connection.
Stupid that they would actively use this fighting game client to play the game and literally open themselves up to doxing and DDoS attacks and trolling. And this has been like this for 15 years. All right? Or you're wrong. So which is it? Do we have a ginormous legal liability, in which case someone could sue the fuck out of the company that made Fightcade because they're constantly giving away people's IP addresses without telling them? Or are you wrong? Which is it? I'd like to know. I'd like the honest answer. Maybe you're right. And then this company will just get sued.
So that his chat's like, no, Bo's correct, Bo's correct, Bo's correct. You're wrong, Bo's correct. I was
This
gonna
is
get very
literally like
unhappy.
playing a peer-to-peer game via an emulator. This is how it works. I play this with the Techmo community. So seriously, how would anyone who is a known player who streams, okay? How would you use it to see?
Well, maybe it's not an issue for most people because most people aren't assholes. Most people aren't going to get trolled for being an asshole like you are.
You tell me I can't use it. You tell me I can't use Fightcade. I'm done. Because all it's going to take is one troll, right, to join a match to play me, and they have my IP address. And then they're just going to fucking post it all over the internet, and then the people are going to DDoS attack me constantly.
And thus started the death knell of Fightcade, being sent off to the Chaos Realm.
Yeah, I don't know. This is 10 years of people telling me to play on Fightcade. And now, the day when I'm going to do it, now you people tell me in chat that this is what happens. You waited this long to tell me. No, trolls cannot IP grab you off any game. If they did, they would have fucking doxed me 5 zillion times over the years, so you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's just stupidity saying that.
Mind you, his sources, trust me, bro. Guys, it's shaping to be awesome. Leaning Manuel banned for someone telling him that he's wrong.
I just want you guys to put yourself into my situation. Really, just do this for a second, all right? And I want you to, because I think sadly most people do not, and they hold you accountable and they treat me like shit. And I just want you to listen to me for a second rationally, okay? For over 10 years,
Rationally,
I've
dude.
exclusively played fighting games on console, all right? Exclusively. And every time that I've done this, I've never had an issue with any kind of security whatsoever because consoles secure all your information. No one's going to get your IP address from playing a fighting game on a console, ever. Right? But because of that, I've had to put up with lag and inferior versions of these games. Right? I have. And we can all agree that the console versions of classic fighting games are not up to snuff with the real versions. They've all had issues with lag, or like I said, with the Capcom Classics collection, literally no moderation options whatsoever. Okay? So, pretty bad, right? In that regard, you get the inferior version, but at least you're safe, correct? Excuse me. So,
except for, I don't know, maybe 99% of the people playing these games, they don't have to worry. They're playing with friends. They're playing with fans. They're playing with fellow FGC members. It's Daigo versus Jaha and all that. Playing against each other for training. Like, oh, we got Evo coming up. Let's do 10 rounds against each other, see how we do against each other. Like, oh wow, I never saw that before with that character. Have you ever seen this from this character? I know it's a rare combo that a lot of people don't do. I've never seen someone juggle like that before. But when you're DSP, you have no friends. You for some reason refuse to play with your fans. You can't play with fellow FGC because they all hate his guts.
Oh, it's been 10 years. Everyone yelled at me. I'm doing the wrong thing. Everyone uses Fightcade. Why don't you just use Fightcade? You're such an idiot. You're such a dumbass. You're such a loser. You don't do what everyone else does.
You are
You're
a
not playing
dumbass
the
and a
best players
loser.
because you're not using Fightcade. You should be using Fightcade. So now here we are, 10 years later, and I'm ready. I've been waiting. I got the time set around. Let's do it. Right? Oh, by the way, that exposes your IP address. Oh. You had to wait 10 years to fucking tell me that? Seriously, now I'm fucking pissed. I'm legit and very rightly pissed that you had to wait to the day that I scheduled it. Because everyone asked me for it for 10 fucking years. Now you're going to tell me, oh, your IP address gets exposed. It gets to the point
10 years and it just would have taken you 5 minutes to Google it.
where when people ask for shit and they start to unfairly treat me away, I'm just going to tell them, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you bitching.
You say that anyways. DSP, how about you turn the volume down on the game so we can hear you talking? That's your response. DSP, how about you stop snorting directly in the microphone? That's his response.
Because that's where the point we're getting to at this point. Like, people screaming so loudly that I'm doing it wrong, when in reality, I've always been doing it right, because there's no way that a streamer should be using Fightcade if it gives away your IP address. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired that because I'm Darkside Phil, I'm the brunt of the abuse. I get the one that gets yelled at. And
who was here 10 years ago and asked for this? None of them. Yeah, I don't think any of his fans from 10 years ago are still around.
And called names and treated poorly because I'm Darkside Phil. That's really the only reason, right? If I was anyone else, it would have been like, all right, well, you're a streamer, you know, Fightcade's the best, but, you know, for me, it's like, no, fuck you, Phil, you piece of shit, right? You've been doing it wrong for 10 years. Why don't you just listen to us, right? Okay.
And yet all these other streamers are able to use Fightcade. All these other FGC guys are able to use Fightcade. Tens of thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands of people all around the world use Fightcade with no issues.
Well, then, I'm listening to you now.
Ooh, Egg's about to get banned. It's because you're toxic.
Let's do it. Oh, wait, actually, your IP just gets exposed.
Ooh, player essence. Bruh, stop playing the victim all day.
You should have never done this to begin with. See, now Swagonito says, well, streamers use Fightcade all day long. Avoid the puddles, one of them. How? If it gives away your IP address, as people are suggesting in the chat, how? Player essence, please, please, please kiss my fucking ass and enjoy your permanent ban, you dumb piece of fucking shit. Seriously, fuck off.
Told you it was going to get banned.
Asshole. Why am I so angry? Because if you were told for 10 years that you're doing something wrong, for 10 years, you were told you're the one who's doing everything incorrect.
You've been doing so much wrong for so much longer than 10 years.
Why don't you just listen to reason? And then the day you're actually going to make amends and change and try to do the thing that people have said this is the right thing to do, you get told, oh, no, you can't do it anyway. How would you feel?
Matt L's about to get a lean and manual ban. You never looked into it all that time, Phil. It's on you too. No, it's not. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct.
It doesn't even matter that's Fightcade. This could have been anything, right?
Told ya. Lean and manual ban.
I don't know, you know? No, you see, Fightcade is something that the FGC is so heavily into and has been. So if you're in the FGC, you probably know about Fightcade. Outside of that, you probably never heard of it. It's not something that you would hear. It's not advertised. It's not something that they're trying to get tons of people to use or anything like that, right? So now I don't know what to do. You tell me. What am I supposed to do, right? What do I do? Maybe I'll just sit here tonight, and I'll just fucking sit back like this. I'll just be like, hey, I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to sit on stream and do nothing.
That's literally what he's doing, though. He's doing the Q&A thing tonight instead of Fightcade. So that's literally what he's doing tonight.
Right? I don't know what else. It's just ridiculous at this point. It really is. At this point, I'm just so flabbergasted. I'm just so resigned. It gets to the point where, like, you get, what is the word? Like, you get desensitized. Like, I shouldn't be upset. I shouldn't be surprised that for 10 years, people gave me misinformation and yelled at me for that misinformation and acted like I was a villain or stupid or whatever, doing the wrong thing. You know. I guess I shouldn't expect to be treated with respect. I guess that's actually the best way to put it. I should not expect to
You
be
earn
treated with any
respect.
kind
You're
of
not
respect.
giving it, and you've
Whenever
never
people tell
earned
me
it.
9 times out of 10 they're fucking with me, they're just any criticism of me actually isn't valid. It's just people trying to basically make fun of me just for the sake of making fun of me, right? I thought this was legit. I thought it's like, oh, people really haven't. Phil's been really missing out on playing old school fighters, right? He's really been missing out because he just doesn't listen because he's stubborn, he's obstinate. And so after all these years, I get to a point where I actually have a situation where I have a PC that I can play Fightcade. Let's do it. I'm excited to do it. We have the time to do it. I made the time to do it. I want to set it up. I want to do it. And then the morning before I'm going to do it, you tell me it gives away my IP address. It only took 10 fucking years. Wow.
Well, it took you 10 fucking years to get off your ass, DSP.
Horny Gordon Rule says Fightcade doesn't openly display your IP. It's still accessible during gameplay due to peer-to-peer nature like Call of Duty. So explain this to me. How does anyone ever stream Call of Duty? Because don't you think there's malicious parties who would get someone's IP address who's a streamer and DDoS attack them or post it all over the internet? So how is it possible that people play Call of Duty? How is it possible that Avoid the Puddle plays on Fightcade and doesn't get his IP address doxed? How is this possible?
Could be using a VPN, or could be playing with friends, fans, other FGC people.
No, not a VPN, you incredible dunce. Stop saying VPN. VPNs are not for online play. Wow, that is a stupid answer. Just the very nature of the fact that you don't know how a VPN works is hilarious. To say that in the chat, that you think that you want to add latency.
VPN's debunked, guys, because he said so.
By using a VPN in online play. That is incredibly stupid, what you're saying.
Incredibly stupid, guys, that you know better than me. Don't you know who I am? Now they're laying a manual ban for someone telling him that he's wrong.
Well, I guess it's a shot then. I guess we're just not doing it. You know? I guess
rest in peace, Fightcade. You didn't even get a single fucking stream before he sent it to the Chaos Realm.
Not doing it. What a waste of time this whole thing has been. Seriously. What a hilarious waste of time this discussion has been all these years that people have yelled at me to play Fightcade. Because I'm being told, like legit, someone who's trying to help in chat says, this is why in things like Fightcade it's considered friend groups or friend lobbies, people you trust playing against each other. That way it's not people using the information maliciously against you or anything. That's what they're saying. Yeah, play with trusted friends only. Well, then I can never use Fightcade, ever. Not a single fucking time.
Play with trusted friends only. That means I can never play it. Because you have no friends.
I ever play Fightcade, right? So I'm done. That's it. Fightcade is off the table. Now we have to change the schedule for the next 2 nights because I cannot play this program, even though people have demanded that I use it for a decade. Outright told me I'm an idiotic moron buffoon for playing console versions of fighting games when Fightcade exists. And, you know, I mean, literally, outright been insulted as if I'm just fucking
you deserve it.
shit because I've been playing on console. But now I find out, actually, I was in the right all along, right? Like, wow, that's tremendous. That's absolutely tremendous. Amazing. And again, guys, I was 100% gung-ho. I was going to do this tonight. 100%. I was in line to play tonight with all of you to enjoy retro fighting games. And apparently, I'm just not allowed that luxury like everybody else is. I'm not allowed to because I'm Darkside Phil, and everyone just wants to fuck on shit on me constantly. Right?
You did it to yourself, DSP. You did it to yourself. Clean in manual ban.
All right. So unless anyone can prove differently, I guess it's off the table. We're not doing Fightcade. It's done. You know, I'm glad I didn't fucking do anything early because, again, everyone's saying, oh, just do it early. Set it up early. Imagine if I did and then it gets canceled after all that work. Fuck that. You know? No, a Google search wouldn't have done any of this because you need to hear it firsthand from people who use it to truly understand anything. Google searches are pretty fucking worthless. Right now, if you do a Google search, it'll tell you that fucking there's aliens on Earth and all kinds of weird shit. You know what you're talking about. You need to actually
What? Oh, please, DSP, explain this one to me.
talk to people who actively use the technology regularly to really understand it.
Alice Clipkeeper is about to get banned. Glad your night is ruined. Ack, ack, ack.
So, yeah, I have no idea what we're doing tonight. Right? I don't know. I guess we're just going to have a random stream where I'm just coming on stream and doing whatever. Whether it's no gameplay and we just fuck around. You know, we could do a Game Pass night, which originally is what we were talking about doing, is just exploring Game Pass and seeing if there's any games in there we're interested in. Yeah.
Stare at chat. We need to ban more people.
Bernie Gordon rules. You have no idea the implications of what you're saying. They're like, you know, it just, that person, what they're saying, it doesn't happen that often. You should just do it anyway. You should just stream Fightcade and see what happens. Yes, because if my IP address gets doxxed, right, totally I'll just be able to easily stream every day, and it won't affect my business in a negative way or anything, right? I won't be able to not make money because I can't work. What are you talking about? Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Well, I'm definitely titling this podcast the Fightcade Disaster Episode, for sure. I can't imagine. I mean, thank God we had this conversation, because if we didn't, I mean, that would have been a really, really bad, right? Like, it would have been. It just would have been terrible. So obviously, I'm very happy that it didn't come to that, and that we basically dodged yet another bullet, right? Oh my god.
Take a sip, sleazy asshole. But yes, just like that, before it even got off the ground, Fightcade is over. Fightcade has been laid to rest. And, as far as I know, 1 Minute Man never showed up again. So he might actually be gone. Knock on wood. That's how I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.